Welcome to another video, guys. The new Haggiba Fusion Calendar just came out, and it's looking a little bit weirder than it usually does, but in this video we're gonna go through it, talk about what you could be expecting out of it, how you should be doing the events, and everything you need to know in order to get through this Fusion event easily. So I hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a like and a subscribe would be great, and don't forget you can check me out live on stream each Tuesday and Thursday, where I do free account takeovers for you guys. If you want to support the channel for free, you can download my premium fresh new download link with Norma, including 3 other cool epics you could be abusing right now, and you're also gonna have 48 hours to use the promo code section to get yourself another amazing legendary champion in your first day of playing the game. But now, let's get into the video. Alrighty, so here's the Fusion Calendar. For some reason they gave it in 2 segments this time, I don't know why. Like, here's what the Twitter post is looking like, kinda weird like that. So I decided to just jumble it together the way we're used to. So here's what we have, and we do have the new Orgonite rare champion that is gonna be a part of the Fusion. Here's what she looks like in the game. She is a Void rare, attacks one enemy, 30 chance of removing one random debuff from a random ally, I guess. Attacks one enemy 2 times. The first hit has books to 100% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. Second, books to 100 chance decrease accuracy for 2 turns. Not bad at all for a freaking rare. It's a small decrease accuracy, but the provoke still kinda cool. Then places a shield buff equal to 20% of this champion's max HP on this champion for 2 turns. Kinda interesting. Attack based, by the way. And we also have the third ability, Warrior Society, places a block debuffs buff on all allies for 1 turn, and a 25% increase accuracy buff on all allies for 2 turns. Again, small increase accuracy, but it's kind of cool. I don't know. Kind of like this champion. She does seem like she is going to have good utility for a lot of people. You could be using it as a Hydra tank. You could be using it as a block debuff champion. All around, not a bad champion to be having, but still, we are going to be eating it for the Haggiba Fusion. As you guys know, now would be the time for most of us to actually have a chance to finally use our Fusion tokens, and here's what it looks like. You go to the Fusion, you can change your champion by clicking here and choosing the champion of your desires. I have a video about who you should be going for depending on where you are at the game. For me personally, I will be empowering my Predator, so I will be picking Pythion up here, and here's how it looks like. Click change, and bingo bango, no more Haggabad. Now we're fusing for this bad boy, which is Pythion. So the 4 rares are going to be fusing into these 4 epics, and here's what those look like. There are force affinities, so if you're lucky enough to actually get one of these while opening shards for other events, that'd be pretty good for you. Another Orgonite's champion. We are getting close to Orgonite's faction wars, so the faction is definitely getting loaded nice and good. It's a defense-based champion. A1 attacks one enemy, 50 chance of placing block buffs debuff for 2 turns. Not the worst, but just a single target, not ideal. Attacks all enemy. On the A2 has 100% chance when booked to decrease attack debuff for 2 turns, heals all allies by 5% of this champion's max HP for each debuff placed. I mean, okay, she is defense based, so kind of weird. Defense based damage too, but the healing is based on her max HP, and the debuffs landed, so I guess she could be healing decent in Hydra and such. And on the A3 plays a 50% increased res buff and a protected 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. The increased res buff is actually kind of cool for things like that. It seems like if you don't have yourself a good increased res champion, this guy might be coming in hot. She also has a passive, removes 1 random debuff from this champion at the start of their turn. Whenever a debuff is removed this way, places a continuous heal buff on this champion for 2 turns. Sure, I guess. Definitely one of the champions ever, but doesn't matter. We're gonna be using it for food most of the time here until you can actually open another copy of it. Anyway, enough about that. Let's move down to the calendar. Kicking things off today, it literally already started with Gear Hunters event, and we're also gonna have a spider tournament at the same time, so not the worst thing in the world to be double dipping in. But as you guys see, mid-July 2nd is where the real triple dip can be starting. Here we're also going to have ourselves a nice little champion trading. As most of you guys know, Spider Tournament is a great place to be farming yourself food, as well as good amount of silver, as well as good amount of Gear Hunter points, so triple dipping tomorrow would be the best idea. Today you can start things off slow. We are during a PR CVC, so for different people this might mean different things, but right now there's still currently another tournament going going on with Raya's Madness tournament for 24 more hours, so this could be a good place for you to dish out a good amount of Gear Hunter points. But for the most part, tomorrow is going to be where the real triple dippage is going to be happening, for the Fusion event especially. The Gear Enhancement event, nothing too special. As you guys know, 15 mil silver usually gets you the thing, and you don't have to have the 15 mil silver right now, like you are going to be farming Spider a ton, so that is going to be giving you a decent chunk of silver, so there's that. So yeah, all around so far looks pretty straightforward stuff. Next up, we have a Summon Rush event, so getting yourself a bunch of Sacred Shards for this event would be a good idea. This will be giving you a hot single from the rares, which is kind of odd, but I'm assuming it's not going to cost you more than 6 Sacred Shards to get this thing done, so 6 Sacred Shards should be the way to go. 6S, 6M as in mil silver, 6 is Sacreds, that kind of stuff. Shouldn't be too hard, so yeah, as long as you're doing your clan bosses on a daily basis, this should be no problem for most. Classic Arena Takedown is also coming. Obviously, just refresh like an idiot, get yourself some easy fights. It doesn't have to be complicated. Next up, there's a Dragon Tournament, which is still overlapping with a little bit of champion training if you've left yourself something. This is a tournament, however, so if you have yourself some champions you want to be booking, this would be a good idea to be blasting some Lego books, especially, heck, even maybe some mythical books. You could even be sniping off some things, so might not be a bad idea to be blasting those. But also, this Dragon Tournament is gonna be not overlapping with basically anything else. There's no Gear Hunter event for it, so you're gonna have to do solo the rest of it. Might want to leave yourself a good chunk of champion training for it at least, so you can get yourself some extra points, that kind of stuff. The second Gear Enhancement event, again, 15 mil silver. It's not rocket science. Let's just write it down, move on, and we have another Summon Rush. This is gonna give us another Horned Viper rare champion. It's a Summon Rush here, so again, Sacred Shards is what you're looking at, so another 6 Sacred Shards surely is going to be getting this, even though 6 Sacred Shards sounds like a lot for a rare. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something along the lines like 5.5 or 5. I don't know. Do let me know in the comments what you guys think the Summon Rush requirement is, but I think a conservative 6 Sacred Shards should be the way to go for the most part. Afterwards, we have some Fire Knight action with champion training event twice. I guess this means this is gonna give you 2 rare champions the more champion training you do. That must be it. The sad part here is there's nothing overlapping with the most of this thing. Later on, we are gonna get ourselves a Gear Hunter event here for the champion training, so at least while you're champion training, you could farm yourself a good amount of Gear Hunters. And there's also gonna be an Ice Golem now that I said it, so here a solo farming champion with 4 other food champions would be ideal for you to be doing the most of this champion training event. This time it's an event, not a tournament, so no books, no ascension, none of that, just good old-fashioned leveling up, ranking up, brew levels, that kind of stuff. Best be prepared. There's also a third Gear Enhancement event here, which is going to be 15 more mil silver, as we left to see. So like I told you in the previous video, 45 mil silver is going to be the way to go. About 12 Sacred Shards should be more than enough to get yourself all of these rares, and the rest is going to be pure energy or just a little bit of gems converted into energy. For the Fire Knight here, obviously you can't really solo farm here. It's going to be mostly just mindless farming, but there is going to be a little bit of Gear Hunter event here at least, so try to save your majority of Fire Knight points once the Gear Hunter event starts, because as you guys know, usually it's going to take you a lot more energy to get the Gear Hunters done before you actually finish off the Fire Knight tournament. There's also going to be another Champion Chase tournament giving you 1 rare as well as 1 of the epics. This Champion Chase tournament can be quite the game changer for a lot of people. Like if you've skipped some of the events beforehand, like you can literally skip 4 other events if you're planning on doing this Champion Chase tournament. But don't forget, you cannot completely skip this Champion Chase tournament, because we are getting ourselves a grand total of 16 rares, including the Champion Chase tournament at the end. What you could do, however, is go for this event completely, and this is gonna technically allow you to skip the Summon Rush completely, the other Summon Rush completely, something along those lines, but this does mean you are gonna have to chase very hard on this tournament. This is probably gonna be something like more than 12 Sacred Shards. After all, this is a Champion Chase tournament, so you actually need to be getting yourself high quality stuff, and here opening Sacred Shards would not be a very good idea. It's been a while since we've had a 2x Ancient Shard, so it would be awesome if this is a 2x Ancients. Don't quote me on this one, I'm just doing some wishful thinking, but I do believe 2x Ancients is around the corner, so be on the lookout for that one. Would be very generous of Raid if they actually do this right now during this time frame. Would be lovely. Also, it's not not gonna be the worst idea in the world to just blast through the entire thing if you're just swimming in resources, obviously, but that is gonna allow you to be safe. You are gonna know you're gonna complete the thing and all of that nonsense. But of course, if you are low on resources, you might want to plan out correctly here. You might want to skip the first summon rush if there's nothing going on with it, like some kind of 2x or anything like that. You could consider doing the same with the second. You could skip some gear hunter events because those are usually quite tedious, but this does mean you are gonna have to go hard on the champion chase tournament. But it is a champion chase, so don't forget, this does mean you could be using yourself prism shards, fusions, fragment summons, remnant summons, and if you saved yourself a good chunk of prism summons, you could also do those if there's an event like that during those, but who knows what's gonna happen. You could also be grabbing yourself a champion from a champion pass and so on and so forth. Basically any means necessary to get yourself champions, it is gonna count towards getting that guy. Again, don't forget, if you do fuse this champion right now, or another champion for that matter, like right now we did spend all of our fusion tokens, but this is also gonna grant you another fusion token once you're done, so that can be pretty good. But yeah, all around I think that's about it for this fusion plan, guys. Do let me know in the comments if I'm missing something, but all around I think I've covered the topic quite nicely. You can check out yesterday's video if you want to look at Haggiba and if she's worth going for as a person. Like, I do believe nobody really needs Haggiba on their account instead of one of the most of the old fusions. If you've skipped some, if you've been playing the game like forever, it's still probably not the worst idea to do it just for the sake of getting yourself fusion token, but of course it all comes down to your resources. So yeah guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Do let me know in the comments if you're gonna be going for the fusion and if you're gonna be swapping out for another champion. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel for free, you can download the game from my premium download link and start the game the right way. Thanks for watching guys, I'm Crystal5 and I'll see you in my next video or stream.